Everybody, Michael here from Replica Airguns with a field test shooting video. Today we have the Sig Sauer. This is the P320. It's a pellet pistol, .177 caliber, blowback pellet pistol, belt fed. It's the Spectre Comp. I've done the tabletop video if you want specifications, details, all that wonderful information, close-up video, then check that video out already. But today we're going to focus in on accuracy, power. So we're going to do a chronograph test as long as my chrony's working for me today. I am using just standard Sig Sauer pellets. So these are probably about 7 to 8 grain. I would imagine they're lead pellets, so they're not the high velocity alloys. Perfect for testing out what this thing will actually really shoot. Already getting an error on the chrony, but let's just see if we can get around that. I only need a few, but it is working. It's weird. It's like, it's very temperamental. These chronographs, they work for a while and then they get temperamental. But let's just get a couple rounds down, see if we can see what this does. Error. Okay, let's try again. It was working. Trust me, it was. It's weird. It's like a voltage issue. I have to adjust the voltage on my power thing to get it to work sometimes. Okay, really? Let me just try something here. I love it when this happens. Let's just crank this up just a little bit. Okay. Sometimes, I don't know why, but I've got an adjustable voltage power adapter because the other one died. And if it's not just perfect, it won't work. So it's like it affects the lights on there. Let's see if this works here. Okay, maybe we got her. 286, 269, 268, we're going down a little bit, 260, and 266. So pretty consistent, actually. I would imagine the first couple rounds that I shot that didn't read would be slightly higher, but that's okay. This is more of a realistic, performance. You're never going to get the same velocity as the first few shots because the CO2 starts to cool down the gun, blah, 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 a little less pressure, all that kind of stuff. So that's probably pretty realistic. We're probably looking again at an 8 grain pellet. We're going to set up a paper target right now, 30 feet down range. We're going to see what kind of accuracy we can get. I'm going to shoot 10 rounds into it, and hopefully that goes well. I don't have to worry about the chronograph acting up, at least with target. We know we're going to get rounds in the paper. All right, let's head down. Let's set up that target and find out what this gun can do. I have my fresh paper target set up, 30 feet down range. Let's get right to it. I'm going to try and remember that I'm shooting 10 rounds. There should be a couple extra in here because it's a 20 round mag and I've already shot about 6 or so, maybe 7 or 8. But I definitely have another 10 left in here. So let's see how this does. Okay, let's check it out. I'm gonna just put it on safe just to be safe. Why not? It's got a safety. Okay, all right. So it shot a bit low. A couple rounds went low. I mean, sometimes just with velocity, with CO2, with the heavier grain pellets, all that kind of stuff, pellets aren't moving that fast. Speed variation will make them go up and down a little bit, so the elevation will change. But overall, I'm kind of out of the frame here, but overall, I'm gonna say it did a pretty good job. Well, I don't know. I mean, it's 10 rounds. If you count the 8 that were up in the target there a little bit higher, I'm going to say it's about a 2-inch grouping. It did open up closer to maybe 2.5, 3 inches with those extra 2. Well centered, pretty good left to right. Did want to creep over a little bit to the left, but a little under the target. I was aiming just below right there. So you can see that. Yeah, but I mean, not bad. Accuracy, not too bad, I would say. Trigger on this because it's like a double action pistol because you are advancing that belt with the trigger pull. So you have to actually, the belt is feeding, and it's a little more friction than say just a standard rotary mag would have, but it's actually not bad. I wouldn't call it heavy, but there is a little bit of a longer pull, a little heavier pull, got a slight frictiony, not quite as smooth feel as some you might expect, but it isn't bad. It's not horrible by any means, and you could do some fairly rapid fire action shooting with this gun, especially with all those rounds. 20 rounds isn't bad. Blowback feels good. The gun has a nice weight and balance. I do like it. I mean, if you're looking for a pellet shooter that with a higher capacity magazine, 20 rounds, as opposed to most of the rotary rounds, which are going to be 6 on either end, or 8, I think, 8 and 8 with a lot of those other double-sided ones. You got flip around, even less rounds, flipping it, not as cool. This is a really interesting gun. And again, check out that tabletop video. If you're interested in buying it, I'll put links in the description. And of course, if you're interested in other products, air guns, BB guns, airsoft guns, pellet guns, blank guns, and other accessories, then check out replicaairguns.ca for Canada and replicaairguns.us for the US. Don't forget to subscribe. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Rumble, Vimeo, all of those places, especially YouTube. We're really trying to get that channel back up and going. Hopefully, at least until they take us down another time. I hope they don't do that. Maybe we're in a slightly different world when it comes to air guns. I don't know, but let's hope that we can stay on YouTube. Maybe you're watching it on YouTube. If you are, share the channel with your friends. We were huge before until YouTube canceled us. I think it's the best way I can describe it, several years ago, but we're trying to get it back up and going. All right, thanks again for watching. Until next time, take care.